Strawberry Yoo-Hoo today. What is going on? This is my first official video. I did a live stream yesterday. A little bit of success, but I'm looking to get going here. What is going on, YouTube community? I am new to this thing. I go by as Lindy Endzone for the touchdown. You know the score. We're taking the lead for the Philadelphia Eagles. I want to give you my perspective on what we're going through season in and season out, even the off season. We already know the deal. I'm just a part of the rest of the content creators. Hey man, we're a family here. Let's get into it. I wanted to let the dust settle for a little bit until I wanted to get into my view on what obviously didn't happen at the trade deadline and some little nuggets going forward. So, as we know from yesterday, the Philadelphia Eagles decided not to make any moves at the trade deadline. This was something that going in I kind of expected as a plan from Howie Roseman, just to, as a lot of people say, sit on his hands and not do anything. And at the same time, I don't blame him. We're in a difficult situation right now with COVID and all these extra rules implemented and put in place as far as trades go and whatnot, and who we can and can't trade here. It's unfortunate that Zach Ertz and Deshaun Jackson, the likes of those guys, had to go down. Nobody was really going to pick up Alshon Jeffrey's contract. We knew this going in. I think we just put him. I think we just made him available just to see if anybody would bite. But let's get into this a little bit more. Aside from the aftermath of the deadline, I wanted to get into a little bit of this has been bothering me for a little bit now, and I still don't understand the meaning as to why Will Parks was even made available. This was a guy coming in on a 1-year deal. He was native to the Philadelphia area. He was very excited to play for his hometown team, coming from the Denver Broncos. One of those universal safeties. He can do a little bit of everything. Kind of like in that mold of Malcolm Jenkins, and we see Rodney McLeod is stepping up, and you know he wants to replace what Malcolm used to do, and I got to give credit to Jalen Mills for doing the same thing. But bottom line, um, Will Parks was supposed to be one of those guys in the secondary room, especially with the safeties, to be kind of a extra right hand man to Rodney McLeod, and after we transitioned Jalen Mills to safety, just to add to that depth. And I gotta tell you, it still baffles me as to why we made him available in the first place. It's just doesn't make sense to me, to the fact that he's had very little tape this year due to injury. So it like I said, it doesn't make sense why we would make him available. I guess I can understand that we have a good amount of depth there at the safety position, from the likes that I just mentioned, Rodney McLeod and Jalen Mills, but we also got guys like Rudy Ford, who's a good player for special teams, that he just came back in after injury bug, and Marcus Epps. So don't get me started. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, there's something about Marcus Epps that the team likes, that Jim Schwartz likes. So I guess we have to, I guess we got to deal with him sticking around for the time being. And really, I think from their point of view, Will Parks was the only one that had value to them at that point in time, that they could shop around and just entertain the market with them. Believe it or not, people actually did inquire about Will Parks. I think this was later towards the end of the deadline. Minnesota Vikings actually called the Eagles about him. I'm not sure of the details as to what the package would have been had we had sold Parks at the deadline, but as we can see, good news is he's still an Eagle. But earlier today, I seen that he left a couple of tweets out, and um, you know, talking about that you have to that you have to stand tall in the lowest of times when things may be going wrong or whatever, like something that that you didn't expect or whatnot. And as a lot of us are accustomed to for the Eagles fan base, that we when it comes to stuff like this, especially with our players and tweeting and everything, like we always expect the worst. So it kind of came to me a little bit as maybe he's just finding out that he was made available, which it still doesn't make sense at the same time. I'm sure with these players, how they have social media and everything, they're probably keeping up as to um, you know followers who keep an eye on his page or just want to drop by and give Will a quick like or say hi to him. And we all do it. We all like to stop by our favorite players' Twitter pages and social media and everything, see how they're doing. Big play Slay. He's been doing some awesome things like with the giveaways with his jerseys and everything. His wife is on Twitter and everything. I love Darius Slay and what he's brought to the team, but that's not the here nor there for this video. I'm very worried on the future direction of what the organization wants to do with Will Parks, and we only gave him a 1 year deal. We could definitely use the depth at safety, especially for the type of player that Will is. He comes in and he does his job, and that's all we can hope for at the safety position. Ronnie McLeod's not getting any younger. Jalen Mills is serviceable from time to time, but he's not the most consistent. And I remember for the last couple of years, there's people that wanted Jalen Mills gone. So a guy like Will coming in, he's been a bright spot for only a couple of games that he's come back from on the depth chart due to suffering an injury early into the season. So, in other news, Josh McCown is now a Houston Texan. Imagine that. He was signed by Houston off of the practice squad, quote unquote. So he doesn't have to sit on his couch anymore. And we know from past reports that Josh wasn't done with football, and a part of that has to deal with the end result of 2019, how he came in for Carson Wentz after the dirty hit against the Seahawks in the home playoff game, and he tried to battle for us and take us to the divisional, and it was cut short for him. He suffered nasty injuries that game. I think he was playing on a bad hamstring and everything, and I'll never forget Josh McCown for that. That's part of the that's part of the mentality of Philly. It's next man up. We never give up, and he filled that mold quite nicely. But he's going to Houston to back up Deshaun Watson. He got signed to the active roster. Um, I'm not gonna go into. I'm not gonna go down the spectrum on the part of the Texans, but I just want to touch base a little bit on what this means for the Eagles now that Josh McCown is gone. Um, that's a mentor that's a mentor that's gone, for Carson Wentz, and I guess it didn't mean I guess it didn't mean much anyway, for the time that he was here, even though he was participating in all the Zoom calls and he was constantly going over tape with the quarterbacks, especially Carson, as our starter, as our franchise guy, Um, you know, I'm not sure what I can really take from this other than, other than the fact that it seems that Josh must not have, been able to get through to Carson to correct these mistakes, and um, we're at a crossroads here as to what to think of our quarterback. Like, is he really listening to the people in his ear trying to tell him that, hey man, you don't have to play hero ball, just trust the guys that are on the field with you. And it's just like any branch of the military. You got a group of guys that they're blood now. They're going out to battle with you, and you know it's um it's a one for all attitude. You just gotta trust your guys to be in a position for you to make a play and get down the field and score a touchdown. And that's been one of the lingering things that a lot of Eagles fans think about with our quarterback, and it's just it sucks to be at this point about him. So yeah, Carson loses a mentor in Josh McCown. Um, that leaves Carson as the only legitimate veteran left in the quarterback room, which I mean, as far as that goes, it doesn't seem too good. You got your veteran that's going through his own struggles, and you got a rookie in Jalen Hurts, and then for God knows what reason, Nate Sudfeld is still there when he's just inactive every single week, because they're trying to implement and develop Hurts into this offense, and Sudfeld once again is just continuing to be an afterthought. I don't know why he's still on this roster. I guess they need a quarterback for with the practice squad guys at this point. But yeah, it sucks that Carson loses a mentor like that, and Josh McCown, he's looking to play in his 19th season in the NFL. Kudos to him. But you know, I wish we knew that where Josh decides to go. I mean, there was talks a while ago that he wanted to be involved on the coaching staff eventually when he retires, and I guess we'll find out at some point on how true that's going to be in the future. But I guess to I guess to conclude, I'm worried about Will Parks and what his future is for this organization. I hope we hold on to him, and I hope he continues to be consistent on the defense and make some plays and really be there to support guys like Rodney McLeod and Jalen Mills, and continue to add to that veteran depth at the safety position, because Lord knows we don't want to trust Marcus Epps from here on out. I mean, it's the same situation like with Nate Gary in the linebacker core. I think we can all agree that we'd rather have a tandem of Alex Singleton and T.J. Edwards from here on out, because that group looked a lot better without Nate Gary out there. But as far as that goes, as far as linebacker goes, we need to see a little bit more of Sean Bradley and Davion Taylor, and this and that. And I'm sure we will the second half of the season, because um, at the same time, talking about the trade deadline, I, I think I think the Eagles are looking to see what they have in the young guys moving forward, and maybe we'll see them a little bit in these division games. Not so much against the teams above 500 that are looking for that playoff push, trying to achieve their goals of the Super Bowl. Like we got the Green Bay Packers, the New Orleans Saints, the Arizona Cardinals, just to name a few. And Russell Wilson has our number. So yeah, with that said, I appreciate y'all checking me out on my first official video. Um, Leave me a like, subscribe. I should be making some more content every couple of days, maybe every day or so, and once more things start to develop. But hang around, and hopefully I'll be on to bigger and better things with you guys. And see y'all next time.